Okay, we're going to do a quick Sega Turbo cockpit video. This video is for Brian Mullins, and he requested some pictures for his cockpit that he's working on. Now, just real quick, this is the back door that gives you access to the woofer and the two rear shoulder speakers. And back here, you can see up there the two shoulder speakers as well as the woofer down there. This is the shifter plate, which was originally metal. This is a plexi reprint, so if anybody needs that file, let me know. I'll send it to you. Over here is the digital instrument cluster gauge. Now this actually should be working and lights up as you increase speed and increase your RPMs and whatnot. And then over here is the vacuum gauge. That needle does not move, it's fixed, and it all does is light up. It's just purely for show. And that start light bulb, that start button should light up with a little light bulb in there. And that steering wheel is not the correct steering wheel. That's actually a Sega Outrun steering wheel. Look familiar? Alright. Over here you have the back door, and the back door has a little lip on it. If you ever need to rebuild it, it has that little lip down there which holds it in, and it's got two vents down there at the bottom. It also has the two sheets for adjustments on it. One for the monitor, which is pretty standard, and then this other one with the adjustments for the IC boards, such as your dip switch settings and all that. It has two dip switches, and here are the settings for the first one. So it includes, you know, number of cars, difficulty, things like that. The second dip switch has the amount of game time, and then also includes your, number of coins you're going to use. There is no free play on this from the factory. There is a free play kit out there and a high score save kit out there, but this is not built into it. So there's that. Let's go take a look at the inside real quick and see if we can make sense of that. Let's get the cat out of here. Get out of here, kitty cat. Alright, so here is the inside of the Sega Turbo cockpit. Just to kind of give you guys an orienting view there. You got your PCB on the side. We just talked about dip switches. So the dip switches for the two settings are down here, and one up there above the other ribbon cable in the back, which are kind of hard to get to. And then if you need to adjust your volume control, say your ambulance or your crash is too loud, you're going to want to look at the soundboard, and I believe this one is the soundboard. There's those pots on there, which you'll have to slide this out by undoing this down here so you can actually slide it out, and you'll then go from there. So it's kind of a pain to adjust the sounds, but well worth it if that crash noise is way too loud. Going on further from there, so obviously you have your monitor. Now the factory monitor that I'm aware of for this thing is the, I think you say that as Nanao or Nanao MC2000S. So if you're looking for a cap kit, this is most likely the one you're going to need, and I'll try to show you what it looks like the best we can. There you go, that's that. And the tube that's on this is a 20-inch tube, and it's a Mitsubishi with mark stamped 510 UKB 22. Now, going from there, so we've got the front speaker down here, your steering wheel optos and gears and everything there. This is the vacuum gauge. Then that circuit board just holds the light bulb socket, and that's it. On the other side is the instrument cluster and speedometer. And that should light up, as that's actually a working circuit board. Up above are the light bulbs and the circuit board for the high score display, so your top 5 and your score and the best score and all that stuff. That's right there, and those are also, light bulbs that just kind of light up the bezel there. I believe there are two versions of this PCB. One's encrypted and one's not, and I'm not quite sure how to tell which one's which, but I think you're going to want to look in this area here. I haven't gotten to that yet. I think that's important for the high score save kit. Over here you have two stereo amplifiers. Remember, there are 4 speakers in this game, so those are going to that. And then your fuse block is right here. This is the big one for your AC coming in. Then you've got the 100 volt, followed by an AC 24 volt, which is a 3 amp. Another 3 amp one, which is your AC, but 16 volts. And then the 4 amp AC 12 volts, and another 4 amp AC 10 volts. So that's those right there, as well as what looks like a kind of standard switching power supply. AC comes in through the back here. I believe it's this red and this blue here. And I believe this is your positive 5 volts, and your ground is this white one. And that's actually it that comes off this power supply here, the switching power supply. Speaking of power, so your power comes in through here, and then it comes in and it goes to this AC filter here, and then kind of continues down to that power switch. And that power switch is right there. From there, power gets delivered to a couple different places, I believe. Let's see if we're trying to see where everything goes. We've got a black and orange wires kind of coming in, and they go all over the place. I can't see where they go. This is a rat's nest. Who did this? What is this dust? Get this dust out of here. Alright. So we got a bunch of wires coming in here, coming off this isolation transformer. What a mess. I can't even... Let's see if we can see those taps. I can't see them from my angle, but maybe with the camera we can. So, there's a bunch. 100 volt, 2 amp. Maybe we can see anything. Hope you guys can make sense of this. I can't really see it too well, but here we go. Maybe you guys can see. I'll leave it here for a second so you guys can kind of follow any wires coming out. Alright. Well, that's the general gist of it. There's a bunch of connectors and everything over here for power. I mean, they kind of went nuts with everything over here. Obviously, we can see some of these yellow are 5 volts coming in. I mean, they literally have power going to every single board. And then they've got power coming in, going to, you know, the steering wheel. It's going everywhere. But it was 1981, probably 1980 or 1979 when they were designing this. But anyway, there you go. I hope this helps kind of show you guys the inside of this, and is useful for you. If you guys have any other questions or want any other pictures, please feel free to let me know. Oh, and this, by the way, this is for the gas pedal. There is, there should be, there is I thought there was a pot on this. Can't see it. But there's like 3 or 4 steps on the, for the gas pedal to adjust your speed and whatnot. And this is where you're going to want to look for your gas pedal. Alright guys, if you have any other questions, please feel free to let me know. I hope this is useful for your Brian, and if not, we'll get you some more pictures and we'll go from there. Alright guys, take it easy. And by the way, a quick thanks. I hit 400 subscribers, so I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who's subscribed, and thanks a lot. Take it easy guys.